recording.
Okay, we're live. We're live. Hey, welcome to One Side of the Coin. We're doing a special edition today. I'm Steveo the Gamer. With me, as always, my co-host.
Mack-Attack.
And we have a special guest, card game expert, Mr. JC.
Wow, you're really overselling me on this one.
Oh, it's overselling you on it.
Card game expert.
Card game expert.
Concierge.
Yeah. Well, but anyway, so today we wanted to do a quick discussion, and we're going to also be doing a box opening of My Hero Academia. I know there's a bit of a reflection on the box there for Crimson Rampage. So this game, give us a breakdown. What is this?
So what is My Hero Academia, the collectible card game? My Hero Academia is basically school's in session. You are a upcoming hero at the school. You have your quirks in that, and you're trying to be the best pupil or fight off the evil villains that are there. How do we do this in My Hero Academia? Well, we're going to do that by playing different forms to take on our opponent. These could be foundation cards that are training. These could be the powerful attacks from the series themselves. They could be the very items that we carry on us, which are our assets. And we can go as far as some of the events that happen, as well as in action cards. We do this by playing out cards. As we play more cards in the game, it does become more difficult to play those cards, but allows us to get in there and hit our opponent even harder than before. If you love fighting games, if you like anything along that line, definitely My Hero Academia Universus and the whole Universus family, which goes back into the UFS or Universal Fighting System as well, are definitely games that should be on your list. So yeah, that's the breakdown. School's in session, man, when we're with My Hero Academia.
School's in session. So isn't it like so more or less these characters, they have powers, they battle each other kind of like in an arena almost, so to speak. So okay, so
Did they ever actually battle each other, like in the show, or did they just have like training things?
you of all people,
I didn't watch it. No, I
it.
haven't. I haven't seen the actual TV show yet. I've seen the movie.
You showed so much interest in it. I've seen the movie as well, but I think that's what they do. Don't they battle each other? And
Well, you gotta learn how to use your power somehow, right?
Well, in the movie, they show them they have this like big giant battle thing set up, but it's only one person going through obstacles, and you got to hit other things. So I don't think they actually battle each other.
There's some scenes in the cards that ask you to pick. They're going one-on-one time, so they're competing against each other.
Okay, so this is the second series for this TCG made by Jasco, and it's Universus.
So, okay. Universus is the new title that we're coming under. So My Hero Academia is the premier game or premier IP that's going under Universus. Before it was under Universal Fighting System. Mm-hmm. Universal Fighting System and Universus are the same thing. It is the exact same system. Same thing, yeah. The biggest difference I've noticed with the My Hero Academia is every card, like this is like playing a fighting game. Right. Every card in this game you can use as a block in some way or form. We'll talk about that more later. But in the older version of Universal Fighting System, we never had that. So that's really, really unique to me when I get to see that. Okay. Because I remember having cards that I could not block with in the game that I might not have been able to use. So definitely a lot of tweaks into the Universus system, as it is the first game that's under that. I think the last thing under the UFS IP or license was the Yu Yu Hakusho set before they switched over to this. So this, I think it's the third or fourth anime they brought into the actual fighting system. Seventh Cross and Cowboy Bebop are both ones, but they're under the UFS banner.
So I remember discussing this because this is not first series. No, they did have an original first series which came out.
I want to say end of last year it was, but I remember you having demo decks back in like 2019 for this when they were first announcing this.
I didn't get any of those.
You actually had demo decks. I remember you having two, and I remember talking to your own mother saying, "Hey, I can show you this game. I know what this is." I remember.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember that. It's been so long. However, when the first series came out, I remember because I had come to you, right, being the card expert that you are, wanting to learn how to play this game. So I mean, over time, you eventually found the time, taught me how to play this. I actually really enjoyed this game as far as the mechanics. I know we've only played a couple of times, but the very first time learning this game, it was a little bit on the confusing side, as it is with most other games. However, the second time we played was kind of getting the hang of it. It was a little bit easier to pick up. But the actual mechanics on the responses, right? Back and forth kind of thing.
I think the toughest thing in this game is it's not playing the cards out. Learning how to play the cards is very easy. It's getting into you when you're throwing attacks, throwing down blocks, throwing down reversals. When you're throwing down attacks, you go into generally that enhanced step is what it's called, where you and your rival in this case get to go back and forth trying to modify the attack back and forth. For you, you want to make that attack more powerful, or maybe set up that attack to support your next attack coming through, where your opponent's trying to hinder that attack with their abilities that they have, whether it's slowing it down, making it do less damage, whatever they're trying to attempt to do, or making it easier for them to block at that point.
So with this being relatively new, and we haven't seen very much, so those who have had experience playing the UFS, right, would have an easier time learning this?
Absolutely. Anyone who's played original UFS coming in, they'll know the system. The biggest change that I think Jasco has done with My Hero is original UFS is a 60-card deck. And from there, you run your character, you run your other 59 cards. You can have multiple characters in your deck as well. Because if you're running in original UFS, let's say you're running someone like Ryu from Street Fighter, you could run his other versions to play as a cheap block, or to play that character card down to give him even more abilities to have access through during the game. My Hero has started off where they haven't allowed that because not all characters had multiple versions within that first and second set. So that kind of levels them out a little bit there. Also, the My Hero format is a 51 card deck over the 60. So they've actually slimmed that down a little bit.
Slimmed it down a little bit, yeah.
The other big thing, as I mentioned as well, is that whole blocking mechanic in the game. My Hero Academia, every card right now has a block value on it and a block area. In original UFS, we never had that. So there were cards that never had a block on it. And I also like that Jasco is very involved in their game as well, where they do their I think it's called State of the Game. They usually do once a year, where they'll review things or even review things in emergency. I know within the past couple of months, they've actually updated their mulligan rules on the game because they're finding the player going first had a huge advantage over the player going second. So, yeah, a lot of changes. But if you're from the original UFS and that, this is a very easy to migrate into. A lot of the cards I'd love to take into the full expanded UFS realm because it'd be absolutely powerful. And just on its own, it's a great game.
What's your favorite deck for the UFS?
My favorite deck for you? Oh my goodness! So if anybody ever played King of Fighters, there's a character called Billy. Billy in UFS, the version I had for him would play a ton of character cards for cheap blocks, and he would play the foundations that you could play in the game as reversals all the time and make them really powerful and very fast.
I'm actually kind of shocked you didn't say Mega Man.
I love Mega Man. I love Mega Man, but Billy is my favorite deck, followed by Iori, Dixie Twist, making a 0-speed attack on block rolls.
Yeah, because I was thinking the exact same thing you were. When he started talking about some other character, I'm like,
what? Yeah, I know. It caught me off guard too. It's like you talk about Mega Man so
funny,
much.
Though, and I'll explain it quickly. Some of the UFS players who do watches will probably understand. Billy would block. He had an ability that said he could take a foundation, place a face down reversal for 2 difficulty, 4 speed, 4 damage. It's a mid attack. There's enough cards in the deck to take that and turn it into a 10-10 or 10 speed, 10 damage mid attack, making it extremely difficult to block. And all he had to do was play a bunch of foundations and the odd attack just in case someone wasn't that responsive.
Yeah.
So it's quite a humorous there.
Cool. Do you have a favorite character in My Hero?
I'm looking at All Might, the first version, because he is a 5-hand size. I think he's 30 health or something like that. But he has an ability that says the attack that you played, if you are to turn around and to play his enhanced ability, he gives it Powerful X, where Powerful X is the amount of cards in his hand. Powerful X is discarding momentum to add damage based on that powerful value. So if you have one attack there, that's powerful 4. Every time you're discarding a momentum from your momentum pile there, that's an additional 4 damage it adds onto. So that's definitely one of the ones I really want to build. And there's that one girl on the side here who looks like a bit of a psychopath. Toga, is it? Yeah, I want to try something with her as well. She just looks absolutely crazy. But we'll talk a bit further when we get into the set. Some of the interesting makeups of the set and how it's comprised as well.
Right. Now, Todoroki, is that his name? That's this guy, right? Oh, that's that guy. Okay, so Mack-Attack has expressed this Todoroki guy with 2-color hair there as her favorite character. Me, I'm stuck between 2: Sticky Balls and the Frog Tongue Girl. Because those are the 2 decks that I really wanted to build off of the first series, and I played both of them. Finding that the what's her name? Sue.
The Frog Girl.
The Frog Girl, yeah.
Sue.
Is that how you say it? That's her full name, Sue? Just
no.
Sue?
Don't look at me. I just play the cards.
I know it's Suyu, and then something afterwards. I don't know.
So, and who's the Sticky
Hero
Ball?
name is Froppy.
Who's Sticky Balls?
Mineta.
Mineta. That's his name. I just call him Sticky Balls because he's got those sticky balls.
And he's always throwing them at people.
Yeah. So anyway, now one thing I had noticed about the first set when we were opening it and building the decks and stuff like that, it's a lot of the artwork is depicted right straight from whether it's the sorry, what?
Suyu Asui.
Suyu Asi?
Asui?
Asui?
Probably Asui.
Asui?
Yeah,
Suyu Asui.
Oh, that's not
going to show up. I think we got too much glare from that light over there.
There we go.
There she is. Yeah, her.
Boom.
So, no, but the cards are whatever. When I was doing research on it, and there was an OTK deck based around her for the first series and whatnot. It wasn't really because of that I really wanted to build it. It was just her character kind of appealed to me. So
yeah, sure it did.
Well, as I said, in the past few months, they changed the mulligan rules for the game where that first player would have advantage.
Yeah.
So they're finding that the first player played all their cards. The second player had to make the choice of either attacking, playing all their cards, holding back, and then going back. So they changed a lot of the mulligan rules, probably because based off of, a few of those characters taking those very early kills in the game.
Early kills, yeah. Yeah, that was one thing when you were teaching me. It's like you don't want to play everything right off the bat. I want to kind of reserve anything for in case you need to respawn or if you need to use cards to get your what was it called?
You want to be
your checks.
Yes, you want to make sure your checks are passing. You want more foundation there because they're going to help your checks be successful. But you also want to make sure when you get further into turns in the game that you're holding back some cards to block those big attacks coming at you.
Perfect. So if somebody doesn't know how to play this game, what's the easiest way for them to find out, do you think?
So if you head over to Jasco's website, it's like www.jasco.net, I think, on there. I can't remember quite. I was on there this morning reading some stuff. Actually, MHACcardgame.com or JascoGames.com.
Yeah.
Check them both out. Jasco Games will definitely take you through their full list of offerings, including UFS. The My Hero will go to the My Hero only. So definitely double check those. If you're looking to get into the game, the first series does have the 2-player starter set, 2 51-card decks, and I believe there's 2 ultra rares in there that are random as well that you can pull out of that.
I believe so, yeah.
And then going into Series 3, there is 2 actual new starter decks coming out for players as well in Series 3. So make sure you're looking at that as well.
When's that coming?
Right now, I believe they're looking at September 30th, as long as there's no delays, for release up here in Canada.
Like this upcoming
already.
So we just got.
Well, this was due to distribution delays.
Yeah.
So we're now getting Series 3 in. It should be right on time with everyone else at this point.
When?
We're looking at September 30th.
Yeah,
right now.
like literally at the end of the month. Already.
And then Series 4, we're looking at probably the beginning of January.
So we're going to be pumping this out as much as we can right now, and then within a month we're going to be doing some more. So anyway, inside the box,
oh baby,
they give you a box topper. Do you want to? Can we get that light?
Well,
there's like that one. Just turn them all off, I guess.
Wait. I'm so lost.
Turn on the lights.
On or off?
Off. We're getting way too much glare on this.
So what you got there? Is that an extra rare?
It is. Yeah. It's really shiny.
So in your box toppers, you do get an extra rare. Ooh, that's very dark now. It's kind of like nighttime.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
So they do
It's
give you a
just
random extra
gloomy
rare.
outside, so-
So all an extra rare is one of your cards as like a foil, basically, or a special foil design.
It's me now.
So that's actually a really, really cool looking one, especially character cards. Players do like to shiny their things, and that's going to be shiny for you.
There it is. Mina Shido.
Ashido.
Sorry?
Ashido.
Ashido? Ashido, is that how you pronounce it? So you want to look at it. And then inside the box, you also get these two
Quirk packs.
quirk packs.
Nothing like more cards to add to your collection, right?
Right. I guess these are just add-on,
These are more box toppers. You might
just
as well
kind of box topper things here. Do you
say.
wanna-
Open one up.
I'm looking for the
I
little,
think the little
there's
slit
a little
there.
slit tab, yeah. And there's one other good thing about with Jasco in.
So you got a very cool one. You got a character card on yours.
What'd you get? You know
This
what?
guy. I don't know. Ingenium?
Genium?
Ingenium? Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
Bad with
Now,
pronunciation.
Help us.
These are your promos as well, and that they
Yeah.
only come in these quirk packs. So this
And
adds on further.
learning the standards.
Kiroshima's on it. He's the other one. I don't know the other guy.
Learning the standards. So on my glasses, and it got really dark.
Duh.
We'll put these down here to show them. So we're gonna move the camera so we can start cracking open some of these packs. You guys will be. Just, hey, like, he's got.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! So we'll just we'll push this out a little bit.
So just in case people are wondering who've not seen this before, if you look at it here at Mina, so these are your characters in the game. So these are who you are. Your characters are going to have a few things on them. First, we're going to see how much health they have. That's their max health in the game. What is considered their hand size. So when you start the game, you're going to draw 6 cards. Those will be your 6 cards. When you are drawing at the start of your turns as well, you will draw up to that hand size as well. Mm-hmm. After what's called the review step, where you get to discard a card. Your character also has what's called their symbols. Those are the symbols kind of represent, different styles of fighting and whatnot. And you might as well put it for Mina here. I see water, I see death, and I want to say that's chaos. It's been a while since I've actually looked at a lot of the symbols there. But when we're building a deck in the game, we're going to be looking for those symbols as what we want to build with her. Other things we're going to have on here is different abilities she has. So I see there, looks like a static ability, which is something that's going to always be going on, as well as you see that green ability there. That's a responsibility that she can play in response to something that's happening. Other than that, characters will also have, I know in my hero, we're only allowed 1 character, but if you're going to the full version, we do see what's called a difficulty to play a card. All cards, when they're played, do have a difficulty value, and all cards have a control value. When we're playing a card, we discard a card off the top of our deck, and we're using that blue number to reference it. And then if we're using the card as a block, we see up there that value there. When you're being attacked in the game, attack can have a low, medium, or high. And how we try to block a card is basically don't have an attack here, but attack will have a speed. You can add the value of the defense, and then you would make a check against that to see if you can successfully block an attack. Foundations, as we mentioned before, are your training. When you play these, so in a turn, when you're playing stuff, you're playing it what's called your card pool. So you'd be playing something like this. That'd be 2. And we're to check something. Let's say this card checked itself from the top deck. 5, that would pass. Each card we play afterwards, you would add to its difficulty of +1. So 2, that would get +1. That would get +2, making it progressively more difficult. When cards are done being played, they go into your stage, basically. We used to call them the staging area back in Universal Fighting System. Something like this would go into your stage and now that's another ability you can use. This is like a form of training. In full, like Universus UFS, if you played another version of your character, that would become part of your character. You would have access to those abilities as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a lot.
It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. We'll explain more if anybody has a comment to that or has a question. I'll try to answer for a second.
So with the deck building, though, you were telling me, so these symbols on the side here, they have to coincide with your actual character, right?
Absolutely. They have to coincide at least in some form. So we'll use Mina here again. I want to say that's chaos. It's been a while. I know that's death. I believe that is water, they call it in the actual game. Mina, you want to match these symbols, but Mina could actually play learning the standards because she does match that symbol.
Right.
So matching that symbol, she could play the card. And she could play any other card that had death on it. However, if she played this card and then played a card, so this is her first card played, she plays another card, but let's say it only had water on it, she wouldn't be allowed to, because once after that happens, she has to match a prior card in her card pool itself. Okay. So
once it's played, though, right?
Yeah, once it's played. So she plays it to death. That's fine. If she plays a card that didn't match any of these other symbols, but let's say only had water on it and 2 other random symbols, she would not be allowed to play it. Even though it matches her character card, it does not match a card prior in her card pool.
Cool. So
it does.
Found the similarity with Genesis, right? Because all your champions, the affiliations, you have to actually match it within your deck. So
where this you don't have to, but again, Mina could play. Yeah, at least one. But Mina could play a card that only had water and didn't match any of the other symbols in her deck. It's that it's much more difficult to play because of that restriction.
Mm-hmm.
However, you could get into more unique combos later on in a turn or in your turns with having that card in your staging area or in your stage.
Okay. So it has to have at least one then, right? In order to have it like
to actually play it.
Or to just play
it.
Okay. So if she didn't match any of these symbols on this card, then she wouldn't be able to have that card in her deck.
You could still yes, because there might be another character version that actually matches one of those symbols too.
Okay.
So she could play another version of her character card, and now she has access to that other symbol that might be later on in her deck. Would you do that? It's not optimal by any means, but it could happen.
So it makes the deck building a little bit tricky on that end, right?
If you want to go that route.
I think so. Cool. Neat. Let's take a look at some of these. Ready?
Let's open some packs. So I was saying earlier that the set is actually very interesting in how they designed it. So with the set, every character, so we will see like Mina there. Mm-hmm. Mina has kind of her loadout, her cards that are specific to her in the set. However, there are, I believe, 10 or 11 characters in the set that don't have a full 8-card loadout to support them, but only have 2 cards for them. So I found that quite interesting for when they're building a set. So there's a group of characters that only have 2 cards that kind of push their build style per se. So who's going first here?
Do they not? They have I think you had told me before too.
The redemption program?
Yeah, they have an actual.
So you'll see on the back of a lot of their packs this little symbol here for redemption. If you go on, I think it's on Jasco's website, you have to. There's a redemption program where you can redeem so many packs for promo cards.
Nice.
So if there's something that you're missing in a promo that you want to acquire, you can submit your packs and get a card that you might want, or a character that you really love, or a version of them that you really love. I know I'm going to be checking out some Mega Man stuff when I get home tonight to see, I'm acquiring some packs.
Right.
But yeah, that's how they kind of do their recycle program for responsibility. It's like, send us back your packs.
Nice.
We'll give you a promo card.
Okay, Max already got hers cracked. Go for it.
Got Jetstream Crash. Floating around my babies. Creeping Vine Eruption. Choosing a hero name. Ricochet Charge. Manly Friendship. Nito Monoma.
That's another character, right?
That's another character.
Training Knife Strike, Successful Sales Pitch, and Fighting Spirit.
That's your foil.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Go ahead.
I'm going to move the character card there because why not have more character cards or that on the table somewhere? So I have Half Hot Ignition, Ambush Tactics, Off Guard Punch. You always got to choose a hero name. There's a Tape Stream Jab, League Interview. We all love them all day. We got Hellflame Javelin, Travel by Tape, and Fusion. Ha!
Fusion. What just says Fusion?
So Fusion is one of those foundations. So as we're playing foundations and that, when we end our turn, they'll go into our stage area, as we mentioned before. Foundation do two things for us. They can help us pass checks later on. So in a game, if you are playing cards and you fail to play a card, which is not meaning it's a difficulty with your check, you can actually commit your foundation to add one to that check. However, foundations also have abilities. So this one has an orange abilities. Orange abilities on a foundation or a character or even a asset are used during the enhancement step. So in this one, we have Enhance, Commit, your EX, or Kick Attack gets plus speed. So Kick is just it's a flavor to an attack, basically. It's a kick. EX is an ability that says it'd be written right up where like Ally would be. It would say EX2. And that means it's similar to that powerful thing I mentioned earlier, but it does it for your speed instead. So you can add to your speed or commit. Your Robbers attack gets -2 speed. So make it easier to block.
Nice.
What did you get?
Graceful Maneuvers, Jetstream Crash, Self-Propulsion, Brutal Explosion, Detonation Launcher, First Impressions. I don't know why he's face down in a pile of blood. Minoru, I can Sticky Balls. Sticky Balls.
If you bring out your Minoru from the first set,
Yeah,
he'll probably have two of the symbols that are the same, but he will actually have one different.
that is separate.
Yep, and sometimes they will usually generally have different stats as well on them.
Yeah, I'll have to check that. Yeah. Yay, I got a hero I wanted. Hottest Performances Guaranteed. Small and Limber. I can relate. Back Alley Haymaker for my foil. Small and Limber.
So there's that EX that from that last card that he's referring to.
Yeah.
Other things, so these are attack cards. So we haven't talked much about them. But attacks, we do have the symbols that we want to try to match. We do have the difficulty of how hard it is to play. What it controls when it comes off the top of our deck. It does have its defense value. This is our speed of an attack. And as we said, we have a low, medium, and high. So this one here is a medium. Mm-hmm. And then we have how much damage it is, which is 5. These are your keywords up here. Keywords can just be generic like a kick. This is a charge in a sense and a punch. But orange ones are actually abilities that you can use. So similar to like this enhance down here, this EX2 basically says enhance, discard any amount of momentum. You get a boost in your speed equal to that EX value, which would be 2. Stun 2, you hit someone or you're going to hit someone, use the enhance ability to commit those 2 foundations. Mm-hmm. And then it has an enhance ability that has its own effect there as well.
Right.
This is how you're trying to defeat your opponents. You're trying to throw those attacks at them. Very nice.
Very nice. I like the foils on these ones too.
So, shall we get some more packs going?
Sure can. Don't put it back.
Don't put it back. Oh, we're just balls.
Just pile. You don't like that.
Just don't throw out your wrappers. You might want to get a promo card afterwards.
I don't know.
Oh, you're just throwing yours around.
Explosion! So one thing I had noticed though, because when we were hosting the Genesis at Anime North this past summer, there was actually a My Hero event going on, and I was literally shocked at the amount of people that were playing in My Hero, which even though I had shown interest in it prior to that, but I was there is a huge following for this game.
So this game hits 2 avenues right now, and it hits 2 avenues. Very popular IP, so My Hero is right up there right now as an anime IP itself, but also still appeals to those UFS players who've been through everything from the game. So someone like myself who started back, I want to say, is like 2006, 2007 with playing Street Fighter and SNK, King of Fighters, and Samurai Showdown. It appeals to me because it's still that same system that is beloved, and for people who've gone through the transition from what was originally Sabertooth Games into who surprisingly Fantasy Flight had this for a while. And then when they were discontinued, it was Jasso Games who bought it, started off with one of their more of indie IP, and then one of their major IPs afterwards was Mega Man from there.
Mega Man, yeah.
So definitely people who've been through the whole list.
Okay, what'd you get, Mack-Attack?
Half-pot ignition. Resting between bouts. Off-guard punch. Ice gliding. Acid fling. League interview. Hellflame javelin. Forcing surrender. And I got that guy.
Is that a character?
Yeah. Looks like it. Yeah, it is.
Who's that? It's a foil too, right?
Yep, so that's one of your foundations.
Oh, it's a foundation.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a character.
So Taiyaki Fanatic.
And I got Acid Chop.
So
Which is also foil.
You got 2 foils.
Yeah.
So this will be your extra rare. So all your cards in the set, I think except for like either your like ultras of that, can come as an extra rare foil, basically. So your characters, which we see, Mina can be pulled in the actual set in this version. This with Acid Chop, I believe, I think it's a common, but yeah, your commons, your uncommons, your rares can all be pulled in this foil style as well. It's your reverse foil, basically, but a lot better looking than your reverse foils.
Now, is there a distinguished symbol? There's on these cards.
What, the XRs? Oh, the XR will still have its regular number would be in the set, but it'll actually be marked XR in the bottom.
Where do you see that?
So where the rarity would be, you would have an X in front of the
rarity?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the C would be a common.
Yep. Very nice pull.
Hey, we got the same thing, you and I. Go ahead.
Oh, we're doing this together?
Yeah. Steve Balls. Full power clash.
I got a wire arrow.
Going out to fight some villains.
I'm an unexpected hero myself.
Double bladed slash.
I prefer the downward frost spike instead.
Rooftop vantage.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom. Ricochet charge.
I got the Senpai No with the knife slice.
Oh my god.
Senpai.
Oh my god, Senpai.
Don't tell me that's not one of those. What is Yandere?
Yandere, yeah.
Yandere? That's a Yandere. Hands down, she's a Yandere.
Yes.
Senpai, look at me, notice me. Or
I'm gonna kill you if you don't.
Yeah.
Travel by tape. Way out of that
intimidating
conversation.
present.
Nice. I got a character card. I got Stain.
I've been looking at him actually.
Yeah,
To see
actually,
what I
I
can
like
do.
his artwork. It's really cool.
I got.
Bakugo.
Oh yes. So we got some more character cards.
Nice. Intimidating presence, which has the Stain on it.
I got struggling with studies because I seem to do that back in the day.
And then my foil, I got electromagnetic stomp.
Awesome. Actually, we both pulled ultra rares on that.
Nice.
Yummy.
So
Yours is blue flame
Spiral?
Nice.
So again, you got the URs down there. I believe they kind of have that more. Some of them are like the foiling is a little different on them as well. They do stand out on their foil pattern for their ultra rares.
Nice.
Some really nice packs. Another very cool thing about universes now where they are at, characters do come in the uncommon slot. They're sometimes a little hard to pull.
They're
Yes,
just not foil, right?
Well, you can pull foil ones, remember, in the SRs.
Okay.
Back during the UFS days, our characters were usually rares.
So they were harder to get. Then.
They're a little harder to get. They took up your rare slots.
All right, we'll all go together.
I remember the last box I opened of the UFS, the Yu Yu Hakusho set. It was an 81 card set. There's only 8 characters in it, and I only ever pulled 2 of the characters from an entire box.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
my god, I love this first card.
I got some
Yeah.
graceful maneuvers.
Wire arrow.
Torturing Kirishima. Or
Uh,
tutoring, sorry, tutoring.
Torture.
That's what it's torturing.
Tutoring can be torturing depending on
Yeah, right.
how it's going down.
Especially when it's Bakugo.
I got a full power clash.
Battle resolve.
Jet stream crash.
Oh, I'm doing some tutoring as well, actually.
No,
With an acid chop.
I'm floating around babies.
What?
Floating around my babies.
Oh yeah.
This character has a very unique set of build for her. Shrapnel Cloud Release. Yeah, we both got the same.
Oh, you got the same thing.
What'd you get?
Internship with best
Oh my god.
Genus?
genus.
I love that
Yeah,
artwork.
I got the same too, actually, there.
I got zoom.
Tape stream jab.
Net and surprise!
Overhead reversal.
Don't forget to buy now. Mid-match advertisement.
Mainly friendship.
Ochako.
Nice. I don't think I have her from the box I opened. I got a stain.
Nice. So we got 2 stains in the box. What I always say, go for the win. Go for the win, baby.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Sure.
Leaping right hook.
That's what I got.
Sunbiter.
Thumb biter. Yeah.
It's any means
We
necessary.
did a short when we were opening up some of these packs. Yeah, that card creeps me out, man. Looks like he's actually eating himself.
I think
Reminds me of the new artwork for Death Eater.
that's the part where he broke his hand. I'm not too sure though.
I'm gonna go with Finishing Blast.
That's your foil, right?
And that's my last card.
You went really quick. Forcing surrender.
Drowning in resentment.
Hey, there's your guy.
Yeah,
Todoroki.
Todoroki.
You got to use first. He gets the last one.
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Tetsetsu Fist?
Yeah, sure.
Tetsetsu.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt
Don't
yourself.
hurt yourself.
Yeah!
Oh my god, that's actually
Yeah! That's literally the name of the card. Yeah.
And another ultra rare there, actually.
Yeah.
Very
Seems
nice.
What
like,
is going on in that
the
picture?
Kool-Aid man over here.
Oh, he's yelling it. Yeah! Go for the win! Yeah!
Oh, we're all brutal.
Awesome.
You gotta put Ochako up here. He's important.
Yeah, I have a feeling I didn't pull her in my box. Next round.
Next round.
Pack Wars. No, I'm kidding.
Definitely not Pack Wars.
No,
Yeah, I wouldn't know if you could do it with these.
I don't think so.
Falling thruster kick. Getting the jump on these guys.
I'm still an unexpected hero.
Half hot ignition.
Battle resolve.
Dark Shadow Dive.
Graceful maneuver.
Acid chop.
Ambush Tactics.
Piercing descent. I think it's
Rooftop vantage.
Neck and surprise.
evading copy.
Overhead reversal.
First impressions.
Mhm.
Downward frustrate.
Choosing a hero
First one.
name. I'm Steve-O the Gamer.
Drop no cloud release.
Manly friendship.
What?
Manly friendship.
Oh.
Or man. Yeah.
Hottest performance guaranteed again.
Hamiko Toga.
Press
Senpai, no.
This card's telling me something. Small and limber.
Nothing like a successful sales pitch.
Successful sales pitch.
There you go.
There we go.
It's all about you.
What do you got?
Oh,
you
I
got
got 2 foils, so
keep
you
it going.
guys go ahead.
Oh,
All right,
fine.
okay. Cheerful uppercut. Is a
We're
foil?
going for the win.
For the win.
Whatever that is, I can't read.
And then I got foil of the guy eating himself again.
There's the any means necessary in the extra rare. I got defrosting.
New training method.
Very nice.
I'm assuming that
Defrost.
with just like most of the TCGs out there, that there's an entire set that's foil.
Yeah, you can pull your cards in that extra foil, which is a great way for players who, if people want to play the game, they can just play the game.
Right.
If players like, I want to go foil out my deck, I can go foil out my deck. It might cost a little bit, but you can absolutely go for the shininess.
A lot of people love shiny cards. Shiny things.
People love alt arts. People love shiny
Alt
things.
arts, yeah.
So shiny.
Self-propulsion.
Okay, it's not.
Jetstream Crash.
I swear I've gotten this card first for the past like 3 packs.
It is
or
a common.
Like half
Yeah.
pot ignition.
Creeping Vine Eruption.
Challenging the fates.
Challenging the fates.
Oh, you guys got the same thing?
Yeah.
Resting between bouts.
Piercing Descent.
Falling thruster kick.
Ice gliding.
High value target.
Net gun surprise.
Acid fling.
Ricochet Charge.
First impressions.
Rooftop vantage.
I got the internship again.
No.
Senpai.
Senpai, no.
I'm confused.
Definitely drowning in resentment there.
Same here.
And I got a character card. Who's that? Hitsoshi
Shinso.
Shinso.
I got Izuku Midoriya.
Okay, if we're doing the character cards first, I got Mina.
Yeah, another
So
Mina.
there's the regular
There's the
version.
original,
There's the
yeah.
XR down there.
Nice. Intimidating presence.
I got the Hero Killer.
Being right hook.
Great
we
brush.
pull
Sticky
both?
balls.
Sticky
Foil.
balls!
I got Acid Corrosion Breach in extra rare.
Nice.
I got 0 gravity barrier.
Nice. There's another ultra rare for the set.
Wow. Yeah, you get guaranteed a foil in every pack. Is nice. Does make it a little bit easier to collect those foil cards. Almost done.
We're getting down there.
Yep. And then off screen, opening like
4 more boxes.
4
like,
more boxes.
So I guess the question is, what do you really like about the system, Matt? Or what are you hoping for it?
What do you mean? What am I?
What are you looking
That's
forward to in the
two
game?
Separate questions. What am I?
What are you looking forward to in the game? I want to float around my babies for a
All
second.
right. Where arrow? I got to think about that question.
I'm gonna have to fight some villains.
Unexpected hero.
Full power clash.
Falling thruster kick.
Off guard punch.
Definitely doing some tutoring.
Make him stand.
Knife slice.
I'm choosing a name.
Overhead reversal.
Training with gunhead.
Detonation launcher. Is that the first one we pulled of that?
Zoom.
I don't think.
I'm not sure.
I haven't seen it.
Double blade slash. Why is that a good card?
Zoom. No, it's just interesting that I
Hockey
haven't
hardened.
noticed it yet.
Guy with a double name.
Tetsu.
Tatsu. Sound familiar, Mack-Attack?
You small and limber still?
Yes.
Forcing surrender.
I'll always be small and limber. Struggling with studies.
Health flame javelin.
Training knife.
We always have to get this card. Any means necessary.
Hottest performance guaranteed.
And things like haunted you all day.
And my foil, I got a Cinder
Convention.
Convection.
Ready, get set, go.
Yes.
So just
Searing glacial
a
storm.
quick note as we pull our next set of packs. So this is one of the card types, actions. Actions are played as what we call forms. They are always going to be a blue card. A form is basically anything we do in the game. So that is playing a foundation to our card pool, playing an attack to our card pool, playing a form ability on our character, or even playing an action. These are all called forms in the game. And this one here, same thing. You got your symbols, you got your play value. But as a form, this says remove it when we play it, but we draw a card. And then it also has a responsibility. After your rival plays their 4th foundation this turn, build up to 2 foundations from your hand. So it allows us basically to, if our opponent's playing a lot of foundations very quickly, allows us to basically try to keep up with them and get an advantage that way. Building a foundation from your hand is basically taking that card and throwing it into your staging area. So definitely actions can be very powerful in the short and long run of the game when played correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start getting this cleaned up.
Who is your favorite character in the meantime?
Who's my favorite character in the
Like,
meantime?
Whether
So-
it be like, personality or look-wise.
So I really want to, again, I'm going to go back to, I want to build All Might.
Mhm.
Again, 5 card hand size, but that ability says, hey, this attack gets that powerful X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So if you can find a way to get extra cards to his hand early on, or get some way to increase his hand size or whatnot, he is definitely going to be very powerful. It's just trying to get cards into your momentum by either cheating them in there through an ability or using attacks that are either very fast, or my favorite, using throws, because they're still going to deal some form of damage in the when that attack gets blocked anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. We're going to start distributing past while your dad's back here. So do. We got 3 more after this.
He's taking his sweet time.
We're ready for the next round of packs.
Whee! Yeah, run.
Run, Forrest, run.
Tell me to run.
Yeah, run, Forrest, run.
Okay. All right, let's do it quick.
See if Forrest
We got a
Gump
few
can do
more to
it.
go.
You can too.
Oh, I'm sorry. The creepy line interruption.
Unexpected hero.
What you got there?
Oh, sorry. Resting between bouts.
I'm always making a stand.
Dark Shadow Dive.
Falling. That one.
Falling thruster kick. I got a brutal explosion for you.
Read upside down.
Surviving the final. Sticky balls.
Challenging the fate.
Tape stream jab.
League interview.
First impressions.
High value target.
Copy. Harden.
Senpai.
Senpai, no. You love when I say that. Play your card.
Happy hentai.
Die.
Training with Gunhead again. Hey, there you can see. Now we got multiple.
Downward frost spike.
Ice gliding.
Cavalry Chariot Advance.
Ibarra Suzuki.
I got Tokoyami.
We got a Mai Hatsumi. The first one we got of her?
Yep.
Nice.
So I'm going to stop you here for a moment. So
Sure.
Mai actually has a very interesting ability. It says, before the game begins, search your deck for 4 copies of Box Full of Babies and remove them from the game.
Oh, that's
Her
She's
first-
the one that's floating around.
Her first form says,
Right.
build 1 copy of Box Full of Babies from your removed from game pile. And then her other ability says, enhance, flip one of your foundations. So flipping a foundation is taking a foundation. That's not a foundation. Taking one of these cards that's in your stage area and flipping it down, it basically becomes a null foundation at that point. You can still use it for passing checks, but you can't use the abilities because it's spaced down. But it says your tech or weapon attack is +1 damage for each asset in your stage. Box Full of Babies is an asset. So as the game goes on, her tech and the leads and weapons can get much more powerful.
nice.
And she's starting with a -4 deck size at the same time
-4 deck size.
because you're taking those out of your deck.
Oh.
I'm still struggling with studies. I'm sorry.
Drowning in resentment.
Travel by T.
Moldy.
Confused.
Final exam gut shot for my foil.
I got an ultra rare here. Howitzer Impact Cyclone.
Nice.
Reveal at his master.
Isn't that your favorite guy?
No.
Why do you dislike that character?
Because he's very, very mean.
He's mean.
Yeah. Very mean.
So I guess we're going into the last packs here.
Last 3. Here we go.
I'm just going to start. Brutal Explosion.
Piercing Descent.
Creeping Vine Eruption.
Make a stand.
Going out to fight some villains.
Ambush Tactics.
Battle Resolve.
Floating babies.
Acid Chop.
Double Blade Slash.
Detonation launcher.
Ricochet Charge.
High value target.
Evade and copy.
Evade and Copy.
Hey.
Acid Fling.
Overhead reversal.
Shrapnel Cloud Release. Have we seen that yet?
Yeah, I've actually had that.
Okay.
I'm still confused.
Training Night Strike.
JC's favorite successful sales pitch.
Gotta have one. Cavalry Chariot Advance.
Tenya Ida.
And Mack-Attack's always confused.
Exactly.
Shoto Todoroki.
Todoroki.
Oh, you got your Todoroki. There you
Yay!
go. Nice. Finally, we got one. That's it.
Mid-match advertisement.
Nice. And I got 2 foils in my pack. I got Rebound Sidekick.
So I have Finishing Blast for my rare.
Faith Shield.
And my second foil, Acid Flame.
Awesome. So now we have the XR of the Acid Fling as well. Very nice. Great way to end that up.
That's a pretty good box.
Opening any box is always a great thing.
And Mack-Attack got her Todoroki.
I pulled Tenya Ida too. He's kind of cool.
And I got my Sticky Balls.
Sticky balls.
It's one of my favorite things that they've done with the game is moving like our characters into the uncommon slot.
Mhm.
Some of them are still hard. Like I'm pretty sure I don't have that one in the box that I pulled from, and I'm sure like we didn't see Senpai No as a character. She is in the set.
Is that her name?
wait.
Senpai, no?
That's what it's called. The Yonder.
Oh,
It's
you guys
Toga.
kept saying.
Wait, we did get Toga, right?
No, we didn't.
I thought we seen a Toga.
We didn't pull her as a character like that, no.
I thought I pulled a Toga. There's the Ori. There's
There's
No.
Midoriya.
You were supposed to pull the.
ah.
You messing things up.
I'm always messing things up. I thought I seen a Senpai No.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, there it
it is.
So yeah, it's great that the characters are in the uncommon slot. Like Toga here though, I said the very interesting thing is Izuku here has a full loadout of 8 other cards in the set for him to use. Toga only has 2 support cards for this set. I know in like the past they would do like a promo card, they would introduce someone but not have their loadout until like the next set they released. So it's very interesting to see. We have like I think 18 to 20 characters in the set, with like a bunch of them only having 2 cards to support them for the time being. So it's a really interesting design concept. But
So this is just a portion of the characters in the set.
yeah, this
This
is
set.
yeah. I don't think we even have all the characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
12,
11,
13,
12. I
14,
think there's
15. We got 16 altogether.
So remember, those are duplicates themselves.
So 50.
So yeah, we're still probably missing maybe 3 or 4 characters.
Now the deck loadable content box with that in.
No, those are different characters altogether.
Those
So
are
they're
different
always the
from the
static. There's
actual set.
4 characters, 2 of each of their cards, and then I think 2 cards, 2 of each that support them. That one character or that one attack that has the leafy girl on it. There she is there actually. So we have to go.
Oh, so we got another one.
But yeah, a bunch of these characters only have 2 cards for their support. So, but in retrospect, though, when you don't have that many cards to support them directly for their loadout or their build, you're going to build the way you want to play the deck anyways.
Right off the screen. Anyway.
So that's what I do like, though, with that decision choice. Like, if I have to build her, I'm going to have to go into other characters' type of cards now and maybe try to find other things that work with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to build her as what they might suggest to build. I'm going to build the way I want it to fight instead.
Right. Overall, what do you think of the set?
Oh, hey. I forgot
Oh, there's
I pulled
another
him.
one.
Sorry, I forgot.
Actually, I did not
Jeez.
pull
Present
him.
Mike.
I didn't pull
Present
Present Mike in my box at home. So what I think of the set,
Compared to the first set.
compared to the first set, again, there's like a ton of characters in the set. So there's really a lot of different ways you can build your decks. Where the first set, I think it only had like maybe 10, 12 characters in total.
It's the same thing.
Pretty much. But remember, though, foundations are kind of like your training.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
meant the
The other one's an attack, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the other one's attack.
I was talking about the artwork. It's the same person standing in front of the same green deck.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
That was cool.
So yeah, as I said, first set, characters kind of have their loadout set as they are in that. You can always build with other stuff. That's just part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But this set adds in so many characters that don't have a complete support set. So it really does allow that deck building creativity for you to go into completely different builds overall. Whereas if you have a loadout, you'll try to build towards that set potentially.
So I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, and I got to go back and do a little bit more research, or I should say watching the actual anime My Hero to maybe it'll help get a little bit more understanding of how these characters work and operate in the game itself, maybe.
Kind of more what their quirks are and where all their attacks or abilities come from. To absolutely do that.
She makes things float.
I'm looking forward to see what else they bring into the Universes line, or see what they migrate from the UFS line over into Universes. Because right now, all these characters, you could put them up against a UFS character. The other big thing you're going to notice is probably, depending on how far you go back in UFS. If we go back to how far I played in UFS, someone who had a 5, like Tetsu here. Let's bring him up. Someone like that. That 32 health, I might have a 3-card hand size. So they really did change how health of hand size really do.
Nice.
But yeah, I could put up any of these characters against any of my old decks, and the system will still work at the end of the day.
Go Demon Slayer. Look at her face. She's a huge fan of Demon Slayer.
Doom is too, imagine.
I would love to see. So as I said, 7th Cross has been out. Mind you, 7th Cross wasn't a very popular UFS set. We do have Cowboy Bebop. So Castlevania would have to be very cool if they could get the license for that.
I know you're a big fan of that.
Dude, if they did do Demon Slayer, anyone who watches it, who is watching, just imagine how powerful Zenitsu would be.
Just any good fighting anime altogether.
Yeah.
Well, anime is a huge thing now, right? A lot of people watch it and are very interested in it. So yeah.
As I said, you can have Midora there taking on Spike or Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. You can have Yusuke Urameshi taking on Mina. Like, you can have these battles in this.
Nice.
You can have, if you really want to go back, you can have Mega Man take on any of these characters.
Just imagine Mega Man and Mineta.
Right. Who has the better range attack?
I would just love to see them on a battlefield together. That'd be hilarious.
So I'd like to conclude that, again, going into the Universes system, definitely love what they've done with it. There are a few things I noticed we haven't seen yet in Universes, mostly with abilities. There's one called Multiple. So Multiple reads when you play this attack and use its multiple ability, you put copies of that attack into your card pool, and those copies come from your momentum.
Mm-hmm.
However, those copies are blank. They have no effects, but they all get their own enhanced step, so you can still power them up. The other thing I noticed that's not in this version is range attacks. So range is basically a way to describe an attack. Before, range attacks always had the ability of...
It'd be a keyword, right?
It'd be a keyword to describe it, but they do have range in this, I believe. The only thing... Yeah, they got range there. However, range attacks in the past would have static text below it to say that the range attack could be played as a block with a mid-0 if it was played against another range attack. And that's another thing I haven't noticed yet in the game. And then there's also Gauge, which was another ability, and I believe the other one is Safe. And I think Safe was kind of like hexproof for your attack. So you could kind of fiddle around with them, but your opponent couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
However, they've given us Flash in this series, which basically says the attack gets the enhanced step.
No, this one's an ally.
Ally is just another way to describe it. Anything that has a color in those keywords usually has an ability linked to it. So on howitzer impact there, Cyclone, you'll see that orange there. That's the powerful ability. Powerful ability is an enhanced ability, so that's why it's in orange. But it also has that blue combo ability. The blue combo ability basically says that there will be an enhanced ability on this that requires a combo enhance, and that combo, or the card you need for the combo, needs to be prior in your card pool to activate it. So for this howitzer impact Cyclone, you're going to need that Fury attack in behind it to get the combo off.
Mm. Sounds a little bit confusing. Probably is.
It is.
It is at first. It is at first. But trust me, once you get the hang of it, I think I got to get a few more games under my belt, more or less, to get it a little bit fluent. As I said, the second game I played a little bit easier. That first game, it's a bit of a struggle, but
First game's always a
always
struggle.
a struggle learning it.
And the most difficult
Just
step,
never give up.
the most difficult step in this game is when an attack goes to the enhanced step.
Yeah.
Because it's remember going back and forth what abilities you have to play.
I know Mack-Attack there said that she had shown interest just basically because it is my hero. It caught her attention, but yeah, you have to teach her next.
I went into UFS originally with Street Fighter because Street Fighter back during the 2000s was still a very popular series and still
Now,
is
are
today.
those the original UFS? Is it still easy to get, or is it really hard to come by?
Probably depending on what you're looking for. Mind you, the secondary market to acquire old UFS is not very expensive. Like cards that used to be very difficult, like some of your promos, what we used to call the foundations and assets of power. So your foundation assets of power were basically cards that just had the one symbol on it. So it might be like it would just be like a foundation just with like fire on it, or an asset that had fire on it, and that's what they're called. They're originally only tournament cards, but nowadays you could probably buy them for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
But at one point they're
sealed though.
These were tournament cards, so you wouldn't have it in
No,
a sealed.
no. But I mean to get the old UFS sealed.
I've not looked at pricing on older stuff, unfortunately. But playing old UFS to newer UFS universes is going to be a little different because, as I said, you're not going to have a defense value on every card. So that's something you have to mitigate there. And there's a few abilities that we've not seen yet. As I said, multiples not in this version yet of the game. And then there's also that you're playing that 60 card deck with multiple, sometimes versions of your character cards or other characters just for those cheap lots.
Nice. Cool. But yeah, so yeah, be sure to check out this set if you have a chance to get involved with the game. If you can, check out Jasco, Jasco.com.
Jasco.com and
JascoGames.com.
And it's M8ACcardgame.com. That'll have all your rules of how to play the My Hero version of the game, as well as any updates to the rules. Do keep an update because Jasco does do those updates every so often to the game, usually through their state of the game addresses and that. I know I said a few months ago they had a big change on their mulligan rules just to balance out the game a little further. Because again, when you throw defense values on every card, sometimes I guess it just makes it much more crazy. So yeah, check out that. And also, if you're going to jasco.com, make sure to check out the redemption program as well. Those packs, don't throw them out. Put them in a box, build them up, and get a promo card that you want. Send in for the redemption.
For sure. Foils look cool. Artwork, animated, awesome. Yeah, it looks like scenes right out of the cartoon itself.
Absolutely.
Or the cartoon. I'm probably going to get in shit for that one.
Anime.
Yeah, right straight from the anime.
You're fine.
Yeah. Which is super cool. Definitely interesting game. I love it. Liking it. Gonna definitely learn.
And remember, we're not that far off from set 3 either. So Series 3 is coming. And again, it's booster displays. There will be the DLC packs as usual. I do like the DLC.
There was no starter kits or starter decks for this one, was there?
Nope. There's only the booster boxes and there's the DLCs. Yeah, and that's it.
The deck loadable content.
Yeah, deck loadable content. And then, as I said, if you're looking to get into the game, Series 1 does have a 2-player starter set. Decks right out of the box you can play. And then going to Series 3, again, boosters, DLCs, and there's 2 different starter decks. So make sure that you're checking those out as well.
Yeah, pick one of these.
Why do I have to pick one?
Pick one.
Senpai, no!
I knew he was going to pick
Senpai, no!
Okay, so behalf on one side of the coin, be sure to check out My Hero Academia. And we will see you next time on one side of the coin. Steve the Gamer.
Mack-Attack.
And Card Expert.
I'm JC. I will see you in class.
What?
Yeah, I'll see you in class.
Oh, instead of the arena. Oh,
wait, I'll change that. Class is in session.
Class is in session. Is that what they do? They go to class? Oh,
they're all training to be
they're all
heroes.
training. Yeah, I gotta watch
teenagers.
more of this
He's like 17, 16. He's my age.
Steve Balls. I don't care. It's Steve Balls. It's awesome. We'll see you next time on one side of the coin. Thanks for watching. Bye.